Hello and welcome to Happy Horror Time. My name is Tim Murdoch.
And my name is Matt Emmert, and today I am going to be ranking all of the films within the Chucky / Child's Play movie series. And I'm talking all 7 of the original films and the reboot, Tim. We're counting it. It's part of it. Okay, so in 8th place, big surprise, in 8th place is the remake Child's Play 2019. Now, here's the problem with 2019 Child's Play is that they took what made the original Child's Play so incredible with the whole spirit in the doll and they turned it into AI, and it just wasn't even close to the same caliber as the original Child's Play or any of the Child's Play films. First off, we didn't have Brad Dourif's voice as Chucky. We had Mark Hamill. Love Mark Hamill, wasn't the same vibe. And secondly, Chucky did not seem as murderous or crazy like the character of Charles Lee Ray because it was just AI gone bad. If anything, you started to feel sorry for Chucky in this film because he just wanted to be close to Andy. And there were times that he killed and you're like, oh, he's just trying to make Andy's life better. It just didn't have the same scary vibe or anything that made the Chucky films great. And that's why I would put it at the bottom of my list.
But you know what it did have?
What?
Aubrey Plaza.
That is true. We love a good Aubrey Plaza. And you know what? That is probably the one redeeming factor of the movie for me. Well, you too, you love Aubrey Plaza.
Of course, in everything.
In everything, yes, exactly. Okay, in 7th place is Seed of Chucky. Now, I know there are some people that really, really love this movie. I, unfortunately, am not one of them. Starting with the pros, I give Don Mancini credit for tackling some very queer sorts of topics like gender fluidity and gender dysphoria and things with Glenn and Glenda. With that said, the movie was kind of a mess. You have Chucky, Tiffany, Glenn / Glenda, Jennifer Tilly playing Jennifer Tilly, but also doing the voice of Tiffany. They're all going all crazy. They're killing people. Glenn doesn't know if he wants to kill or if he's Glenn or Glenda. Chucky's killing John Waters. There's a million people. Redman's trying to fuck Jennifer Tilly. It just was such a comedic mess that it's hard to watch it and really concentrate on anything other than the comedy. The scares were completely taken out of it, and I just wasn't a big fan. With that said, I do get a good laugh out of this movie, but it's just not one of the favorites or even close to it. Tim?
Tough to believe that movie's 21 years old. But I did see it opening night, and I remember thinking, what is this?
Yeah, and I was just going to say, were you what the fuck did I watch?
I always want Catherine Hicks. Go on.
Exactly, yes. Okay, in 6th place is Cult of Chucky, which was the 7th and last movie before the remake / reboot came out in 2017. Now, this movie, it does have some pretty awesome kills in the institution. We've followed Nika into the institution, and there's a ton of there's a decapitation from glass shards and all sorts of crazy kills. But this is when they decided, you know what, let's have Chucky's soul be in a bunch of different Chucky dolls. And it became confusing. Every Chucky had a different personality and voice. It was comical, and I love the character of Nika, and I'll get into that more when I go to my rating of Curse of Chucky. But the thing is that it was such an isolated setting, the institution. It's so sterile that you don't get anything other than operating rooms and rooms in this facility. And the tons of Chuckies, it became like a caricature of what Chucky was, which was supposed to be one evil doll with the spirit of Charles Lee Ray. I just thought it went a little too far, but had some great kills, and I do love the character of Nika.
Is this the one that has at the end the
kiss between Nika? Yes, Nika walks out. She's been taken over by one of the Chucky souls, and Jennifer Tilly picks her up and they make out.
Yes. And is it also the return of Kyle?
Yes, there is. That's what I was going to say. There's a couple good things.
Emily Valentine.
You're right. They have a scene at the end with Kyle, bringing back from Child's Play 2, and Andy is in this movie. I love a good character from the original films, and they brought back Alex Vincent. So again, that's why this isn't one of the last ones on my list, but it also isn't one of the top ones. I do love seeing Andy in a Chucky movie. How about you?
Awesome. You said, anytime they bring back someone from the original or close to the original, I'm all about it. Because what was that, 88 and then 1990 was Child's Play 2.
Exactly, yeah. In fifth place is the movie that came out before Cult of Chucky called Curse of Chucky. This movie and Cult of Chucky both did not receive theatrical releases. They were released straight to on demand. But Curse of Chucky, now the reason why I like this movie better than Cult of Chucky is that for me, it felt like a true return to form in terms of being a scary Chucky movie. The whole movie takes place in this creepy house. We're introduced to our new kind of protagonist, final girl, Nika, who I love. I love that they give her a backstory related to Charles Lee Ray, that her mom was kidnapped by him when she was pregnant, and she became paraplegic because he stabbed her because she thought she gave him up. I think there's a lot of great kills. There's a big misdirect with the wife having the affair with the nanny, not the husband. Again, I love the lightning, the atmosphere, and it just felt like a scary Chucky movie again. Doesn't beat the first few movies for me, but it had a lot going for it. With that said, there were some faces of Chucky in this movie that looked very CGI-ish. It didn't look like the normal dolls, and I wondered what I was looking at. And you're not going to replicate the same just impact that the first few movies made. But with that said, after coming out after Seed of Chucky, it was almost like Dom Mancini was like, hey, I kind of made a mess. Now I need to clean it up. And I think The Curse of Chucky was an admirable effort.
Yeah, and it had a lot of soap opera turns and a lot of twists and turns that I didn't see coming. So I was a happy camper.
Happy camper. Yes, I'm a happy
no one's
camper.
Camping.
Exactly. Okay, in fourth place, we're getting up to the good ones. Now, I got to say this, as I'm going into my top four, they are all good. So it's hard to determine, but I'm just giving you my personal rating on this.
And I'm shocked by your list.
Yes, in fourth place. Are you really?
A little bit.
Okay, in fourth place is Child's Play 3. Now, Child's Play 3, first I'm going to go in the negatives because these four movies I really, really like. So it's hard to, pick apart which is better. But Child's Play 3, what lost it a little bit for me is that we didn't have Alex Vincent. We had a different person playing Andy. Granted, I know he was too young to be a teenager, whatever. It was still like watching someone else playing Andy. I didn't love the military setting with Chucky. To me, scarier settings are being in houses, creeping through the basement, going into schools, that kind of stuff. I just like that a little more. So the military settings weren't the best for me. And they took a lot of the focus off of Andy and had Chucky going after Tyler, that new little kid. And I was like, I don't know this kid. Like, give me Andy and Chucky. So that's why it didn't do so well. With that said, there's some awesome scenes in it, like the whole military battle between the two teams, and when Chucky puts real live ammo in one of the team's guns is amazing. I mean, Chucky has some great one-liners. I do like the fact that Andy's a teenager and can mouth off a little more to Chucky, even though it wasn't the same actor. So it's not like it's watching a little kid, which was hard to see Chucky try to kill a little kid. But it definitely had some good points, but it just wasn't my favorite of those first four.
I love that Justin Whalen was in it, and I thought he had good chemistry with Perry Reeves.
Oh, yes, they did. She was his kind of loving. Don't they kiss a little in the movie?
They do, yeah.
It's a little kiss.
It has an amusement park at the ending. I really love the ending, but it's really, really close to Child's Play 2. Like, it was Child's Play 2, and then immediately next year, like, Andy ages.
Yeah.
So I actually thought it had a lot going for it.
Okay, so in third place, and this is where I know Tim is going to fight me, and a lot of people are probably not going to agree with this, but again, this is just my personal ranking. In third place is Child's Play 2. Now, Child's Play 2 is a great movie. Obviously, it is a great movie. There are just two movies that I like better than this. Now, I'm going to tell you about what I really like about this movie. I love the addition of Kyle. I was about to say Elise Neal. What's her name? The actress?
Christina Elise.
Christina Elise. Elise Neal was in Scream 2. I love the addition of Christina Elise and giving Andy kind of someone to play off of. With that said, I don't think it was as good as the mother-son dynamic like Catherine Hicks had with Alex Vincent. I do love that they're in a foster family. I love that they have the school settings. Chucky was a little bit more brutal in this one. He did have a lot of great one-liners, a lot of great kills, especially killing like people at the school who are assholes. You want to see them get killed, and it has a great ending scene in the factory. I mean, what a better place for a final confrontation. So again, there's nothing I didn't like like about this movie. They're just two movies that edged above it a little bit in my mind.
Well, don't forget, Roger Ebert gave it a thumbs up, and that ending is so effective, and the movie has some money. It's got a big budget. I love it. I think the score, the actors, I don't know. I'm biased. It hit me at a time when I really loved it.
No, it is a great, great sequel. In second place, and again, this is where I think some people are going to be like, what? But I'll explain why. In second place for me is Bride of Chucky. Now, Bride of Chucky, yes, this is when we got the introduction of Tiffany and when things became a little bit more humorous. But this is such a fun, sleek movie. It's by Ronnie Yu, who also did Freddy vs. Jason, and there are just so many great characters in this. We have Katherine Heigl and her hot co-star, who are the main teenagers. We have Jennifer Tilly at the beginning, who becomes Tiffany, and Brad Dourif, but they're still scary. They're still creeping up on people. They're working together. It's a great, for me, what makes a good horror comedy is when you know the correct line between horror and comedy, and this movie did, whereas Seed of Chucky was just such a mess and so much comedy. This movie was just, it is fun. That's why I say it. There are some great deaths. John Ritter gets a fucking nail gun in his head.
I love John Ritter.
Yeah, and it's just, there's some great one-liners. Again, it was very post-Scream meta sort of feel to it, but it is just so slick, and every time I watch this movie, it is so enjoyable for me that's why it's my second favorite Chucky movie.
Oh, I thought you were going to say because it's a gay guy gets hit by a truck.
Yes, I just love seeing gay men get hit by trucks. No, I mean, it had a gay character that was, yes, it was the friend. It wasn't the main character, but like, he didn't have to come out. He was good friends with both the girl and the guy. There wasn't like, wait, you're gay? That's what, there's nothing like that.
Do you know offhand the name of the Katherine Heigl's boyfriend?
You mean the actor?
Yeah, what's his name?
Oh my God, I don't know, but we talked about him in the documentary. He's so hot in this movie.
So all we know, that would be my only reason for making it number two.
So anyway, that's my number two. And shocker, I'm such a purist and loving of the original of so many series that my number one film in this series is the original Child's Play from 1988. Now, this is why it is my number one movie. When I first saw this movie, the first half of this movie really scared me. They had Chucky just running around in the shadows. You didn't see him. You didn't even know. Yes, you knew it was a doll, but you didn't see him as a doll. So there was nothing really to laugh at. He was kept in the shadows, and it really was a serious horror movie. I love Catherine Hicks in this movie. Love her as Andy's mom. Is it Karen? What's her name? Karen?
I think it is Karen.
Karen. Yes. I love her. I love the detective. I just think that this is a true scary slasher movie. This is before they made Chucky funny. Yes, he has a foul mouth in it. I love the story of a murderer that does voodoo and puts his body or his soul into a doll. It's simple. That's all you need to know. There's not a million characters. There's a lot of suspenseful scenes when the friend gets pushed out the window, like the poor friend who's so nice to her.
From Grease.
Exactly. And then we have, no one believing little Andy. And then finally, when you finally see that Chucky attacks the mom and is just like, you fucking bitch, you fucking slut.
I'll throw you in the fire.
It's so amazing. And the way like Catherine Hicks reacts with it, it just like, I don't think Chucky has been scarier than he was in the original Child's Play. And it just like, I can turn that on and just, I can enjoy it. I can be scared of it. I can just think it's a fun movie and just great characters and love it. I want Catherine Hicks to come back. I would love her. And it's my favorite. I know you're going to see in these ranking videos, the original is a lot of times my favorite, but it really stands out for me in this series.
I agree. And what about just little Alex Vincent walking around Chicago by himself with a doll? That's scary.
It is. And like the doll, again, they take so long. We've talked about this in reviews before, but when the longer you delay showing the monster, the scarier your mind can imagine it. And they delay showing Chucky talking for so long that you were just thinking, it's like watching the Annabelle movies and you barely see her move or you don't see her move and you're just thinking, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? That's what I thought the first time I saw Child's Play. They really made him a scary slasher before they went the comedy route. And I just think for me, this was the best in the series.
But Matt, do you believe in voodoo?
The voodoo that you do?
Yeah.
Are you Delulu?
Adui Dumbella.
Oh, yeah, Adui Dumba. Give me the power
I beg of you.
I beg of you. I'm going to put my soul in Tim's body. That would be freaky for me.
Oh, so I'd be like manly and an alpha male?
Oh, I mean, I'll take that as a compliment, but...
What am I?
Oh, Tim? Well, as you can see, big fan of all of these Chucky movies. It's not like you can turn any of them on and I'm going to be like, switch the channel. Love them all, but that is my ranking of the Child's Play / Chucky movies.
I agree with you, Matt, but I may switch Child's Play 3 a little higher.
Well, good. Well, thank you all. And again, let us know what you think in the comments. If you think I'm cray-cray.
Which is your favorite?
Exactly. Which one's your favorite? And we'll be back with more ranking videos. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.